Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn about the refraction of light through prism, how the angle of deviation, is related to the angle of incidence. Alright, please do check my previous video on this so that you can, understand how this has been mathematically derived. How we are saying that angle of deviation is equal to angle of incidence plus angle of emergence minus angle of prism. Alright, please do check, otherwise it will be very difficult for you to correlate. Now here if I draw a graph, now this graph is based on repeated experiments, So with this prism and with the light, they have made a number of experiments. That the ray of light has been focused on this from various angles. Alright? First, whatever the angle of incidence is, right? Suppose it's 30 degree. Now, accordingly, an angle of deviation also comes. So that is noted. Then they have changed the angle of incidence, say to 40 degree. Okay. So likewise, they have taken quite a few readings. So once you take quite a few readings and you measure the angle of deviation simultaneously, you will see how you can plot the graph. Now this is my y-axis, and in the y-axis I plot the angle of deviation. And this is my x-axis, and here I plot the angle of incidence. Alright. Now I find that when the angle of incidence I increase this, what I find that the deviation is decreasing. The angle of deviation is slowly becoming less and lesser until if I plot the graph, it comes to something like this. So at this point we can say that the deviation is minimum. So here, whatever the angle of incidence is, we have increased from 0 to here. At this point, the deviation is minimum. So we say this minimum deviation. After which, if I further increase my angle of deviation, more bending, then we will find that the angle of deviation also starts increasing. So earlier it was decreasing. But after this point of minimum deviation, it will show that it is now increasing. Deviation slowly starts to rise. So this point where the deviation is minimum, at this point angle I is equal to angle E, or I can say the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of emergence. At which point? When the deviation is minimum, right? Then what will be the formula then? This formula can be further revised, as since both become same, I can write 2I minus A, possible, right? So this is how this formula has been derived. So this is possible when the deviation is minimum. I hope I am clear. Now this deviation, as it depends on the angle of incidence, also from the experiment it has been found that it also depends upon the angle of prism. So more the angle of prism, more will be the deviation, directly proportional. Correct? Number 2. More is the refractive index of the prism, more will be the deviation. Now this is very common sense that we have seen that more optically denser the medium is, we find that the light bends more, right? Or the light deviates more. So more is the refractive index, which is more the medium is optically denser, more will be the deviation of light. Number 3. Now earlier we had deduced that this refractive index is inversely proportional to the wavelength of light. Now if I draw a prism, okay, this is the principal section of the prism, and we incident a white light. What will happen? It will get refracted first and get refracted second, and here the light actually splits into 7 parts, right? Where the uppermost is the red light. This is called the dispersion of light through prism. So uppermost is the red and the lowermost is the violet. Okay. So below the spectrum is the ultraviolet. Above the spectrum is the infrared. We know. Now this violet, what we find here, that more is the refractive index. What will happen? Less will be the wavelength of light. This we had done earlier. Now we will see that which means, see, this violet has deviated maximum, right? This violet has deviated maximum. Deviation is maximum for violet, right? So what will be the wavelength of light? Minimum. What about red? Red, the deviation is minimum, not so much of bending. So deviation is minimum. So here the wavelength of light is maximum. So vice versa, you can say that if the wavelength of light is more, the deviation is less. And if the wavelength of light is very less, then deviation is more. I hope it is clear to you all. Thank you.